Hey guys, today we're back in the 2023 Acura Integra. We are in an A-Spec with a tech package again, but we have the continuously variable transmission. This is the only transmission option for the base Integra. The A-Spec, which is around $34,000, the base is around $32,000, including destination. This is just shy of $37,000, but we just did a video with the 6-speed manual, and I thought it'd be interesting to compare that to this CVT. I actually kind of prefer the CVT in the Honda Civic Sedan and the Honda Civic Sport. I think if you want that engaging manual driving experience, you should swing for the SI or the top spec Integra. But if you don't drive stick or you want an automatic, this is actually a fantastic option. I've spent a few miles in this already. It's very smooth. It has really nice accessible power. It really utilizes the 200 horsepower from this 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Yeah, let's take this for a drive. Let's walk you around it real quick first, show you around this interior. We have a black interior compared to the red that we just had in the manual car. This new Integra shares the chassis and platform with the Civic Si, but it's longer, lower, and wider. And we get a lift back, which is super cool. No body panels are shared. This car is painted in liquid carbon gray, which I think is a fantastic option. Acura does a really nice job with their paint quality. The metallic flake in this is just gorgeous, and some of the other color options look really nice too. We have 18-inch wheels on this A-Spec with a tech package, 235/40 R18 Continental all seasons. There's also the option for a summer tire. I found these Continentals to be a little bit quieter on the road today, a little bit softer, a little bit more comfortable, a little bit less grip than the Civic Si. Look at this lift back. So much space back here. There's even a little bit more cargo room underneath. You could probably fit a spare tire in exchange for this foam panel. The rear seats fold down beautifully. Almost SUV, CUV levels of space in this lift back. Back seat room is pretty spacious too. Lots of legroom. I'm 5'10", seated behind myself. I can really stretch out back here. Roof height is a little bit less than what you would get in the Civic Sport or the Civic Sedan. You've got this little bubble piece here to the top of the roof line, but if you lean back, I'm hitting my head at 5'10". Front seat design, I love all the changes that Acura made here compared to the Civic interior. This Integra just looks and feels very premium. Lots of nice aluminum accents, a little bit of black plastic, gloss black plastic here in the center console, but overall just a really nice premium feeling and looking interior space. Let's pop the hood real quick, take a look at this 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Very efficient motor, should yield mid to high 30s with MPG. 200 horsepower. I like that it looks like an engine. You can see the Acura logo right there. The direct injectors whirring away in there. We have the Integra logo embossed in the front bumper. It looks super sharp. I think in the flesh, this is a pretty good looking car. Okay, let's see how this CVT drives on the road. We've done a pretty thorough walk around with this car in the manual car, so I won't bore you with too many more details. Highlights are a really nice, functional, luxurious interior. This ELS 3D surround sound system is fantastic. It just sounds so nice. It's so crisp, so clear. The bass levels are awesome. Doing a little bit of off-roading here. One difference worthy of note is that in the CVT Integra, you do not get the helical limited slip differential that you do in the 6-speed manual car. But I don't know if it has the power off the line to really warrant it or need it, which is a little bit unfortunate because it's a bit sluggish from a dig. Let's show you guys that right here. We're starting off in normal drive mode. Once you get past about 15 miles an hour though, it really pulls. I actually think the power in this is more accessible than the 6-speed manual car. It feels a little bit quicker getting up to speed just because you don't have to shift, and you can really get into that power band quickly with this CVT. There are 2 transmission modes, drive and sport. Sport will put you up into higher revs. You can also use the paddle shifters. This will kind of mimic a 7-speed automatic. Mimics some pretty close gear ratios too. Let's put us into sport mode. This A-Spec with a tech package also has adaptive dampers and an individual drive mode where you can customize your settings with everything, which I think is awesome. I'm so glad that Acura finally listened to all of our complaints with the previous gen Civic Si and Type R and the new Civic, and gave us this individual drive mode where you can change steering feel, suspension feel, turn off your idle stop start, change your engine settings. Let's try just a low speed acceleration here. I think Honda does some of the best CVTs in the business anyway. Paired with this 1.5 turbo, you get quite a bit of torque down low. I believe max torque is from something like 1800 RPM to 5000 RPM in this. And it really doesn't need to rev out that much to give you power. This does handle a little bit less spiritedly than the Civic Si, and I think that comes down to suspension tuning and the all-season tire that's on this car. There's a little bit of a weight penalty with this Integra compared to the Si. This is a slightly larger bodied car. Individual mode, set our suspension to comfort, transmission into sport. This new Integra is on sale in early June of 22. So dealers will be fulfilling orders here very shortly. They've pre-sold about 2 months worth of production already. It's a fun car to drive. It's really well optioned and spec'd. The sound system is absolutely mind-blowing compared to just about anything else at this price. Ride is great. Great visibility all throughout. Lots of space, lots of practicality with this Integra. I think it looks pretty good too. It would be nice to get a manual transmission in some of the lower trims. It's both great and kind of a bummer that it's only in the top trim. I like that you get all the features with that, but also it would be nice to have a manual in a little bit more of an affordable package, I guess. Super bumpy road, and this ride's awesome. We caught a little bit of air back there. Whee! Should we do a quick 0 to 60? Traction off, sport mode. Let's go. You can hear VTEC kick in. Nice. Pretty impressed with this car today. We've gotten quite a few first impressions on it, driven on a variety of roads. The driving assistance systems work really well on this car too. Quite impressed with the adaptive cruise control, the lane keep assist. Definitely an improvement over some other systems that I've seen from Honda in the past and previous generation Civics, and maybe even a little bit of an improvement over this new Civic Si, the 10th gen. Acura is calling this the 5th generation Integra, counting the RSX in there as well. It's cool to see this nameplate back in the Acura dealerships and the Acura brand. Let's head back onto the main road. We'll test out the adaptive cruise and lane keep system with this CVT, and I think that'll pretty much be a wrap. Until we get there, let's go and do a quick sound system test with this Acura 3D ELS sound system. Pretty excited about this Acura ELS system and this new Integra. It is a fantastic sound system, and for the price, it's pretty unbeatable. You've got to excuse this road surface. This is just really, really rough asphalt, and it's not a good representation of how quiet this Integra is on normal road surfaces and other conditions. I found this to be a pretty quiet car to drive today. The NVH is a vast improvement over the Civic Si, and unfortunately the road on this route just isn't doing it justice. So I've got to say, compared to the Civic Si, it definitely sacrifices a little bit of driving fun and performance for luxury and comfort and features, and there's a little bit of a weight penalty. I think in the manual car it's around 100 pounds, and the CVT is probably a little bit more. I think you get a lot of the feel of some of the more premium Acura products like the TLX and this Integra for a lot less money. The steering is fantastic, the materials are really nice, the touch points are great. Also, another difference between this and the manual car is a pretty wide aluminum surround around the shifter, and this is substantially more minimal here, and I'm not getting as much glare from the sun with the CVT transmission option. A little bit of gloss black, but for the most part, all the materials in here feel really nice. Even the dashboard design sets itself apart nicely from the Civic. So anyway, top marks for this new Integra. Thanks to Acura for inviting me out to Austin this week to drive this thing. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got a lot out of these two videos. Stay tuned on Winding Road for a POV day drive of the manual car. No talking, just driving, just shifting, blasting through a back road, having some fun. Yeah, stay tuned for all that. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Key fob is a little bit different with the CVT car too. You've got an engine stop start button. Cool, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.